Welcome to today's class. This is called Reset the Body, Reset the Mind, because they're connected. We know that. And if you're not feeling great in your body, your mind is probably not feeling as good as it could be, as clear and as happy. I have my lovely friend Catherine Philippe, otherwise known as Kat. She is from Paris, and she's gone through my training and teaches there, so look for her. We are just doing a quick reset. First, we're going to unwind some of the tissue around the neck, the levator scapula. So you'll be sitting, sit tall, and bring the right hand out to the side. Put the right hand on the floor, and then lean over into it. Now, she's on a block. If that feels too much, you can also come off the block. Let your right ear release to the right shoulder, and let the right elbow bend, so the shoulder blade of the right side comes down. Yeah. How does that feel? Breathe into the left side. And you have gravity. You don't really, gravity's a friend. It's going to help you get stronger, but it's also going to help you release. She's also going to take her face and turn, keeping it tilted, turn to look down at her right hand. And then that'll pull on it a little bit more, and breathe there. You want to feel your sit bones both weighted on the floor so that you know you're not tipping in the pelvis. The grounding of the pelvis is what's going to allow that neck to get a better. And then realign your head so it's facing forward. Keep your head dangling over here. And then just come up to a seated position with your torso, but the head still dangles. Take your right hand on the outside of the right side of the face, and then bring the head up the right side of the face. There you go. Bring it upright. So you're now back to vertical. And sometimes you'll get like this great, ha, because blood flow. That's why you reset your mind too when you reset the body. Okay, let's do the other side. Left hand comes out to the side and lean. The left elbow will bend so the shoulder blade comes down. Let the head release. Feel the right shoulder blade just draw down as a resistance to this. Breathe there. So you want to imagine the breath. Is it going to move all the way up into the neck? Who knows? But if you bring your awareness here, you'll feel more space. Then move the head stays laterally flexed or tilted, and then you'll just rotate to look down at your left hand, and you'll feel a little bit more of a pull in a different way. Keep the weight on both sides of the sit bones and breathe there. Drop the chin slightly. So as you look down, you're also, and breathe there. It's a lot, right? Yeah. So it doesn't take too long, but if you took like a minute or two every day and did these stretches, do them in the shower, realign your head so you're looking forward, but it still is laterally flexed, so you'll gaze forward now, turn that, derotate, yeah. Keep your neck as it is, but bring your torso upright, and then take your left hand on the outside of the left face and bring the head up. And that just helps you feel like getting the skull more on there. Yeah. Okay, let's come onto your back now. So resetting the pelvis is super important, as we know, because this is like where all the energy goes. So I want you to curl the tailbone up. So you're really kind of lengthening, it's posterior tilting the pelvis. That's it. And then lift the hips a little bit. So this is a nice way to come into a bridge pose. Think of a low bridge and a high pelvic tilt. It's kind of the combo of that. It turns on the glutes, the hamstrings, and it gives length to the spine. Now reach the arms up in the air. The palms will face each other. That's it. And then reach one arm up higher, and then bring that arm down and reach the other arm. So we're just getting some coordination of the scapula moving the arm and feeling one side and then the other, so you can immediately know, like, well, this side feels easier to move than the other. So you probably have one side, or do they feel pretty even?
Yeah.
No?
The right one is easier.
Yeah. So Kat has a little scoliosis. I have a lot of people that have some scoliosis, some curvature in the spine. So instead of curving in the AP, anterior posterior direction, scoliosis is more in the lateral, left to right. So that has an influence on the ribs, but you can approach all the stuff we do exactly the same. You're trying to bring more balance. Okay, good. And then, very nice. Then bring both arms up, so both scapulas are protracting, and then bring the arms kind of almost in line with your ears, but not all the way down. And just hold there. Then bend the elbows and let the thumbs drop toward the floor. Is that hard?
Yes.
That's hard, isn't it? If it feels too much, you keep the arms straight. But this is getting a position. I know Kat is working on Dolphin, so I'm actually setting her up for Dolphin by doing this. She's got lengthened her low back, but her knees are bent, so she's not going to pull in the hamstrings. And then straighten the arms. And let's do that one more time. Bend the elbows and then just let the thumbs drop. Feel okay everywhere? Just challenging? Yeah? No shoulder stuff?
No, it's okay.
Good. Okay. And then bring the arms back up. And then you can go ahead and bring the arms all the way down so the palms are on the floor. Yes. Very nice. And then start to lower segmentally your spine, the upper back, middle back, and lower back. Now I'll bring her a block. You don't have to have a block, but if you do, bring the block the thinnest way between the knee joints. Cup your skull, interlace the fingers behind your head. Big inhale. So we're going to warm up the core. It's the center of the core, the abdominals. Big inhale, exhale, and come up off the shoulders. That's it. Squeeze the block, hold there. And just like Kat is doing, look down so you're firming your front body into the back. Inhale and lower. How's that feel in the neck? Better?
Good.
Exhale and lift up. Now we're going to move the arm first. So the left arm will go up toward the ceiling and reach more from the fingers, shoulder blade, lift, and then lift the right elbow up as well without pulling on the head. Yeah. And then bring the hand behind the head. Inhale and lower. Exhale and lift up. And then the right arm will reach. The right scapula moves a little bit more to reach the arm up. And then the left elbow lifts up. So that firms these side ribs in. Hand behind the head. Inhale and lower. Very good. Exhale and lift up. The left arm reaches up. Reach more from the shoulder blade. The right elbow lifts up. And then actually feel like you could lift the right elbow even more, like that, make that arm longer on that side. Yeah. Hand behind the head. Inhale and lower. Exhale and lift up. The right arm reaches up. That right scapula lifts up more. There you go. And then this left elbow lifts, and so everything pulls in. This is really, without even twisting, we're getting the obliques actively involved. Hand behind the head, inhale and lower. One more on each side. Exhale and lift. The left arm reaches up. Lift more. The right elbow reaches up. And now we will turn an inch or two toward the right. So that right elbow stays. Beautiful job. So she's off the shoulder blade. That's good. Back to center. Hand behind the head. Inhale and lower. Amazing. Last time. Exhale, lift. Right arm is up. Lift off that scapula more. Left elbow lifts up. And then turn a few inches toward me. Amazing. So you're turning to the left, everybody. Hold there. And release. Beautiful. Ooh. Yay. Okay. So this is all fiery. We're going to come on all fours. That's it. On all fours, feel like the neck is long, so you want to lift the throat up, the shoulder blades draw down, and then get the knees underneath you. So a little bit, no, the other way, this way, like under, a little bit more inch in. There you go. So you're really in your hip flexion. And then hugging the belly in, slide your left foot straight back behind you, and then lift it up. So yeah, left foot, no, other left. Gauche, lift. There we go. Hold there. So naturally the tilt will happen if you don't hold there. Hold there. That's good. And then spin the left thigh bone inward. Really internally rotate without dropping the pelvis. So it'll be a small movement, but a big feeling, and it opens up your back more. And then bring it back to neutral. Do it one more time, rolling that outer thigh down, keeping the right hip lifted, keeping the low belly engaged, and then back to neutral, and then bring that left knee in underneath your hip. Steady everywhere else, slide your right foot back and lift it. Good, that's it. Then spin that right hip into internal rotation. Beautiful. Bring it back to neutral and bring it into internal rotation. Hold steady there. That's awesome. These small movements really help you reset, and your mind is figuring it out too. So bring that back to neutral and then bring the knee down. Now come into dolphin pose. So you can have your forearms down and measure out where the opposite hand touches the shoulder. If you feel like it's too much on your shoulders to have the hands apart, interlace the fingers and bring them closer together. Tuck the toes, lift your knees off the floor, and then really lift the hips up, up, up. So the knees can have a lot of bend or a little bend, but you're on your toes, and then you're gonna lift your front ribs into the back. How does that feel on your shoulder? Good. So breathe here. This is where we're trying to find all these poses that create a triangle, like down dog and dolphin. There's an energetic exchange that is balanced. Lift your left leg up, hip height, and hold there. Spread your toes, breathe that like that, and then just do some tiny, tiny pulses at that left glute. So you're just like lifting and lowering just tiny amount, holding everything else steady. So all this movement at the hip helps to add challenge, which then will reset everything else. Put that left foot down. And then the right leg lifts. Good. Deep breaths. Let the head release a little bit more. So almost feel like the throat, the chin is drawing into the throat just slightly. And pulsing that right hip looks amazing. And then put that foot down and lower your knees. You can take a child's pose if that feels good. We will just pause there for a moment. Turn, if you do come into child's pose, turn your palms open to open up more space for the shoulders. Breathe into your back. And then we'll come to the front. We're going to continue our reset with sun salutation 1. And we'll just add some of the elements that we just did. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Lift the shoulder blades. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Step your right foot back, lower the right knee and the top of the foot, and arms lift. You always have the choice of keeping the knee off the ground. Hold the front ribs in. Good. Hands to the floor. Step into plank. Strong glutes. Lower the knees, lower slowly the rest of the way. Pull back for cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift into down dog, feeling that triangular shape. Yes. Step the right foot forward, lower the left knee, and top of the foot, arms lift up here. Draw the front ribs in. Beautiful. Hands come to the floor, step the back foot in, exhale, fold. Yeah, that's it. Rise to stand. I love it. Come up. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Step the left foot back. Lower the left knee and maybe the top of the foot, and then the arms lift up. Stay here for a moment and just reach like you did in your bridge. One arm at a time, or in your, one arm at a time, just kind of sliding the scapula and feeling some opening, freeing up, resetting, all that good stuff. And then both hands will come down, step into plank. Exhale, lower the knees, and then lower slowly. Pull back for cobra, drawing the shoulder blades in. Exhale, lift into down dog, lifting in the peak here. Yeah. Step the left foot forward, lower the right knee, and then the arms lift up. Good, and again, slide one scapula up at a time. And when you're sliding, think of the ribs all the way down, all the way at the bottom, the basket of the ribs. That's contributing to that opening of the shoulder. Good. Both hands will come down and step the back foot in, exhale. One more round here, inhale and arms lift, and we're just going to add some stuff on. Exhale, hinge. Step the right foot back, lower the knee, but maybe not the toes. That depends. If that doesn't feel good, don't do that. Arms lift up here. Yeah. And then both hands will come down, and we'll just add a little runner stretch in here. So lifting the right knee and both knees stay bent, and pause here. Yes, good. Big breath into the back. Let it out. And then we'll come forward. Slide your left leg so you're in a one-legged plank just for a moment. So the left leg will slide back. And that, yeah, you could be in with the knee down or hand down, one-legged plank. She's like going rogue on me. I love it. That is okay, one-legged plank, like that. I love it. I love that you were doing that, though. That's good. Good, and then lower that foot, lower the knees, and then lower all the way. Yes, cobra there, pull, and then lift into down dog. And then step the right foot forward. This will be different. Lower the left knee, and then the arms lift up. Right hand comes behind your back on the left glute. The left arm is up, and then we'll side bend and let the head release. Good, come back up, hands to the floor, step the back foot in, exhale. Inhale, come all the way up, lifting in the, yes, exhale, hinge at the hips. Left foot steps back, lower the knee but not the toes, the arms lift, inhale. And this is where we'll add that runner stretch. So the hands come down, the left knee lifts off, and you just pull back like she's doing great. See how the spine is long, but both knees are bent, and breathe into that length. Breathe into that. And then here's the transition. We'll come forward, weight the hands, slide the right leg back for a one-legged plank, just for a moment to feel the glute. Yeah. And then put the foot down, lower the knees, lower slowly. Pull back for cobra, and lift into down dog. Finally, step the left foot forward, lower the right knee but not the toes. The left arm will come onto the right glute, the right arm is up. We'll hold the front ribs in, inhale, and side bend over, letting the left ear release as well as you anchor the hand on that right glute. And then come back up, both hands come down, step the back foot in, exhale. And then just bend the knees, let the belly hang on there. So it's like we've done a happy squat now at the front. Opening up, letting the head release, breathing there. And then rise to stand. And just pause and feel. Feel how in this short amount of time, your body is reset, your mind is reset. Do you feel like you're reset? Yeah. Yay.
I'm reset.
Reset, I love it. So you can go about your day, or you can lie down on your back and chill out. Do what's best for you and make sure that it feels good for your body and mind. Doesn't take long. Give yourself that amount of time. You deserve it. Thank you. Namaste.